these tools, these agents, are getting to the stage where we hear that 80% of apps and applications will be quote unquote not used. They won't be used, 80%. And the percentages are obviously a certain benchmark. We don't know for sure, but what we do know for sure is that agents, in this specific example, an agent, you could literally just ask your agent, break down my spending, and it will do it. The result of that is what? That this application that was built by this person for the financial statements won't be needed, won't be used because why? Potentially, the way we're going forward, agents will do most of the work that apps do today. You will simply speak to the agent, and the agent will go out there, may it be your fitness, may it be your financial, etc. Now, I do not know everything, but what I do know is humans, a human connection is always a need. So if you can build applications that will transcend what agents will overtake and automate straight away within seconds, these are the questions you must be asking yourself, and I must be asking myself, with humility and with an open mind, because with the right questions that are clear about truth and deep understanding, with humility about the situation, how agents run the core situation, how agents will overtake most apps, and let's just say for percentage wise 80% of apps AI will not be used. The agent will do it straight away. We just need to think about this and ask great questions. Take your time to reflect. For example, I don't know everything, but what I'm progressing towards is building applications that agents, yes, they may plug into, and that could be a great use, but human connection, applications that build human connection, that answers those questions and enhances that real life, that real world that we live in, I believe those are the ones that will survive and thrive. Now, earlier I asked a simple question to Claude. A lot of people are building, let's say what I shared with you, a drag and drop bank statement into an app, and it breaks down the spending. I asked it, what tools will be taken out by the agents that we're moving towards? That is Perplexity Computer, OpenClaw, etc. What will survive and thrive in the future, and what will this look like genuinely? And to give the answer in brief from Claude, the wave is already happening. Any tool where the core job is reading a file or producing an output is already being replaced. Bank statement analysis, gone. You'll just forward your statement to your agent and ask, where am I overspending? No app needed. Claude, GPT, Gemini, all do this today. It goes on to talk about tax prep software, mostly gone. Agent reads your documents, files for you, flags issues, PDF summaries, gone, built into every agent naturally. Grammar checks, gone. Grammarly is already feeling this. Basic design tools, mostly gone. Canva's simple use cases are being swallowed by generative image tools. I didn't know that. Form builders, gone. Agent collects information. Survey tools, mostly gone. Agent conducts interviews instead. Basically, the agent is what people say, quote unquote, a third employee or an employee, meaning they can go out there, they can communicate, they can do things, they can do tasks. So the question becomes, what applications, what things must we build that will, number one, an agent must plug into and it cannot override. Number two, what applications, AI applications can we build that will not be overrid, be overtaken, be wiped out by agents who can just do the work. I haven't read the rest of the message, but I'm going to read it now. So just give me a second. The middle ground. It goes on to say that tools that could potentially survive. Creative tools. It goes on to say creative tools, but my instinct genuinely is that you could potentially say to an agent, create me this. And then I assume when you say create me this, you would want to go in there and see exactly what was created and make updates. But I assume you would just be speaking to an agent as well. And yes, I assume that that would be a plugin, meaning you speak to the agent goes in via the API. And on the back end, it can make the updates, make the creative output, and then you will go into the application and make tweaks by speaking to the agent potentially. Hardware connected tools, anything that reads unique physical data, again human physical data, medical devices, anything that reads unique physical data, lab equipment, medical devices. Agents need that data but can't generate it. Interesting. Agents need that data, meaning they will access it, but they can't generate it. Agent can't generate or make up the real world human physical data. It goes back to what I said earlier. I think we must focus on applications that tie into the real world, real human connection, etc. The market actually grows because agents handle the boring parts and humans focus on the creative human parts. Again, going back to the first principle, human connection, human enrichment, human progression. And we shouldn't build tools that can be easily automated by an agent just saying, agent, go do this. Boom. Collaboration. This is an important one. Trust and identity systems. Anything that produces verified human signals, real reputation, real credentials, real relationships. Agents desperately need this data and cannot manufacture it. This is the things we need to start thinking about and asking great questions from a humble standpoint and with clear vision. Marketplaces with network effects, Airbnb, Uber, Amazon. The network is the value. Agents become the interface to these, but the underlying marketplace survives because it connects supply and demand that exists in the physical world. The tools that thrive the most, the ones smart enough to become the back end that agents call rather than, apologies, I'm trying to read, but basically what it's trying to say is the ones smart enough, the ones individuals, the creators, the builders, the ones who are smart enough, and the tools that you build, the AI applications, the ones that are smart enough, the tools, to become the back end system that agents call, meaning the agents cannot override or simply generate with ease. Rather, it must plug into the interface that humans click through. Again, the key principle here is human, real physical world, human connection, human data, real world. I know it's very simple, but I believe in a world of AI, etc., which is great for automating and advancement. People get into the loop of Cursor, Claude Code, Codex, agents, and sometimes the best thing to do is take a step back with clear vision and understand what needs to be built. Not, I should build this, this, and in the trenches just building, because sometimes you're building something that maybe in a year would just be agents or something even more advanced may well, no, agents are, yes, agents that will just take over and automate straight away. That will generate I'll just say to my agent, do this, done. But the key is, remember what I said, the first principle. If I say do this and it's done, build something that the agent must plug into, an application, an AI tool that the agent must plug into and must, in a way, use. That's the goal, isn't it? We want to build services and applications that people or agents will use, not applications and AI that agents will override. It goes on to say, it gives examples of companies that, exactly what I'm talking about. Stripe doesn't die. Every agent that handles payments calls Stripe. Keyword, calls Stripe. Google Maps doesn't die. Every agent needs a location to call. Again, the keyword, call. The deepest truth, I think this is going to finish it off, the interface layer of software is being wiped out almost entirely. The interface layer of software is being wiped out almost entirely. The systems that hold real-world data, the keyword real-world connections, real-world transactions, that becomes more valuable than ever because agents need it consistently. What I'm seeing here in this pattern is that agents won't go away, but the key is to build things, to take that step back and use clear vision, to build things that agents must use because they're going to be here. They are here. The question for every tool being built right now is simple. Am I an interface or am I an I struggle with this word. Am I an interface or am I an infrastructure? Am I an interface or am I an infrastructure? Interfaces die, infrastructure compounds. Your app must be a foundation for human trust, human connection, real world. And it's true that I believe from understanding and from your own understanding that when we look at the younger generation, yes, they are like us, Yes, we are connected into devices, we are connected into AI technology, yet the younger generation are smart, they're wise, and they are moving towards a more put the phone down and go outside. Yes, they have their phones. That's true. We cannot deny. And there's individuals, we can't put everyone into a box. There are individuals who are attached to the phone. There's individuals in the middle who have the phone and go outside. There's individuals who just put the phone down and go outside. But we are seeing a shift towards what? History, human connection. If we look into the future, if there were no human connection, if there were no humans, there would be no purpose to what we're building, how we're interacting. So focus on applications, ask questions, build AI tools that will not be taken out by agents. And that comes from your own reflection and from the own questions that you ask, from humility, taking a step back, not just diving in, which can be good sometimes to get your foot in the ground and but sometimes it's good to take a step back, see with clear vision, ask the right questions, and then build something with patience that will genuinely serve the real world and human connection, human loop, human trust. Everything else is just noise. So yeah, I think I'll end this video here. And just any last thoughts? Trust your instinct. Trust your instinct and ask the right questions.